Hi guys, and welcome to this week's edition of our weekly review. So for those new, this is the time of the week that we look at what we anticipate, or rather what I anticipate how the market is going to trade in the coming week. So if you haven't joined the mentorship, from now on this video will only be released to the public 3 days into the week. So that means it will be public listed on Wednesday, but the mentorship group, you're gonna get this instantly today on a Sunday. So without further ado, looking at dollar index, from last week, we were expecting dollar to be bullish, right? So meaning we were long on dollar index and we were short on Euro, USD, and most of the majors against the dollar. So looking at last week's price action, you can clearly see that price did traded through the level that we were monitoring, which is this here, the one that we mentioned on our Monday Zoom analysis. And then it found support and bounced to the upside. So that level would have given you the chance to trade long on dollar and trade short on Euro USD. But remember also, we've got this weekly we've got the weekly bearish order block in this range here. If you go on a weekly chart on your charts, remember this is very important, you must also learn to be doing this by yourself. The weekly bearish order block on dollar index, which I've been highlighting for a couple of times now. We found rejection on it here, we found rejection on it here, and then we also found rejection on it here 2 weeks ago. And then last week we traded to that weekly bearish order block, and price found resistance and dropped. Where did it drop to? To our area of interest here, this level here, which was broken to the upside, right? Let me just get rid of this quickly. So we've got a bullish order block there, a bearish order block which we would have been trading here to the downside, but now it was broken to the upside with this bullish candle. Remember, we emphasized that we need to see that move where price breaks through and close above. Now once that happened, for those that were long dollar, your next target would have been up here, which was our weekly bearish order block, and price did traded through to that level and found resistance. The sellers came back into the market, right? Remember, you need to be in a position to react to what the market is doing. Of course, last week was a bit of a too volatile market. The market was very volatile last week, especially if you noticed Friday, Thursday, and Wednesday, the days that came after FOMC. Market was very volatile, so you really need to be reactionary to what price is doing. So you'd have seen already we reached our weekly bearish order block, and price found resistance and it bounced to the downside. That's a trade which you would have taken. The moment you are shorting from a bearish weekly order block on dollar index, you are long on Euro USD, you are long on GBP USD, you see, you are long NZD USD, you see, you are shorting USD CHF, you are shorting USD CAD, you see, you are shorting USD JPY. So there's no way you can tell me that the market cannot offer you your average pips that you need per week, which I recommend when you're starting. At least 50 to 100 pips a week should be a good starting point, or 20 pips a day. 20 pips a day, that's a very good return. So looking into the upcoming week, I'm still way bullish on dollar. I expect dollar to trade high and clear out the sell stops from 2 weeks high ago. This high here, there is liquidity above there. I mentioned it in the last week's review. There's a whole lot of buy stops above there. So I expect dollar to trade high, meaning I'm bullish on dollar. But that does not mean when I reach my weekly bearish order block, right? It doesn't mean I cannot trade short, right? Once we clear up these buy stops here, that liquidity, what is it going to provide the institutional traders with? It's going to provide them with liquid to what? To trade low. They need the buy stops to trade lower. They need the sell stops to trade higher. So you need to be in that position to read what price action is what is doing. So now we are just waiting for market to open, and when market opens, we take note of our Monday's range. We are going to have a Zoom on Monday, probably 8:30 or 9. We're going to have a Zoom where we are going to discuss the Monday's trading range on dollar index, so that we have a clear picture of what we should anticipate for price to do in the coming week, right? So mentorship group, tomorrow 8:30, between 8:30 and 9 o'clock, I'll send you guys the Zoom code, and then you can join so that we discuss Monday's trading range. Thereby we'll set our goals for the week. So now looking at the daily time frame, I'm expecting dollar to push to the upside, or it will trade lower back to an old demand level and trade higher. The only time I will disregard this old demand zone, right? The only time that I'll disregard that is if price closes strong bearish to the downside, then I'll be looking for price to go all the way to 90.00 level. So when we drop down to a lower time frame, I'm gonna go to H4, zoom out a bit. H4, you can clearly see the rejection that we got on the old demand level. You see this demand level here, price bounced to the upside. That's a great opportunity for going long on dollar index, going long on USDJPY, going long on USD CHF. If you go back to your charts and you look at USD CAD, look at USD CAD H4 time frame, you're gonna see that there was a huge momentum to the upside. Price moved impulsively to the upside. If you go on EURUSD, if you go on GBP USD H4 time frame, right, you're gonna see that price dipped to the downside, the last 4-hour candle, all because you would have been focusing your price, you'd have been focusing on this level here. See, so this level is crucial to our weekly trades. So once we see price closing below that level, as you can see on an hourly chart, once we see price closing below this level, then I'm expecting price to dip down to all the way to this down candle here. But this level is not going to be easily broken to the downside. So if we trade lower, I expect price to bounce to the upside. This is where we need Monday's range now to guide us in where is the liquidity, where are the orders for the market to trade either short or long. That's why I always say, make sure you understand the Monday's trading range. Don't just wait for 12 midnight tonight and market opening, you're busy loading your orders. That's suicidal, guys. You need to be in a position to know that that retail mindset will only get you into big trouble as the week goes by. So make sure you understand what Monday's trading range is gonna do. So we're gonna do that tomorrow between 8:30 and 9 o'clock in the mentorship group. So yeah, I'm bullish dollar in the coming week, meaning when I look at EURUSD, I'll be hunting for short trades. But from which level? Okay, let me do this quickly. You can see we've got our last up close candle here, right, on EURUSD, and then we've got the rejection block. We've got the rejection block here. Just gonna do this quickly so that you guys get a clear picture of what I'll be expecting price to do. So we've got our bullish bearish, sorry, so that's a bearish OB. This is on a daily time frame, guys. We've got our bearish order block here, right, and then we've got the so we've got the rejection block here, so that's a bearish rejection block. In this price range here, guys, you need to be very careful. This is where you exercise caution, right? This is where you exercise caution, because price can break above and rally all the way to the upside. So your best entries to the downside on EURUSD are in the bearish order block, right? That's where your best shorting possibilities are. The moment price reaches the bearish rejection block, you need to exercise caution. Make sure you see a close below the rejection block for you to take price to the downside. So if I go to a lower time frame, I'll be anticipating to take my short trades from this range here to the downside. The moment price trades in this range in here, you need to see price close below, right, for you to short the market. You need to see that, because this level, if price trades through and then close above, then we could see further moves to the upside. But this is what I'm expecting on EURUSD. I'm expecting price to trade into the bearish order block and trade low. But as you can see already on the price action, this is now part of the mentorship. As you can see on the price action, we have already filled the fair value gap. The liquidity void has been filled, right? These are now the advanced studying of the course. So you can see we had a liquidity void here, which has been eventually filled to the upside, and market found rejection. You see, that's the H4 candle I was mentioning, that when dollar rejected the demand zone, it offered shorting opportunities on EURUSD, JPY, NZD, This is the trade I was talking about. You see, the thing is, guys, if you want to get like 400 or 500 pips, make sure you've got the equity to sustain that, because you're gonna need to hold for a longer time. But if you mark your levels on dollar index, or be it USDJPY or EURUSD, and then there's confluence with the dollar index reaching probably an interesting order flow criteria, be it a bullish or a bearish order block, make sure you execute. Because if you see, last Friday's H4 candle dropped all the way to 27 pips. Remember, 20 pips a day, that's all you need. So yeah, I'll be expecting EURUSD to trade to the downside from bearish order block. in this range here, then I'm expecting price to find resistance and trade lower. So I'm bullish dollar, I'm bearish EURUSD, meaning I'm going to be bearish on EURJPY. EURJPY, I'll be looking to trade to the downside. As you can see, we already had price trading into our old bearish order block and seems to have found resistance. So I'm expecting price to trade lower, right? I'm expecting price to trade lower. Your homework, guys, is for you to mark out these same levels on your charts. 127, the 127 price point on EURJPY is a very interesting shorting area. When price reaches there, we'll be hunting for short trades all the way to 126. So EURJPY, I'm expecting weakness on the part of euro, so price is gonna push to the downside, meaning the yen is getting stronger. The yen gets stronger when we have a bullish DXY. So now CHFJPY, I'm expecting price to trade lower. Already we've seen the setup is almost complete on CHFJPY. I'll be expecting the market to now trade lower, since we've already cleared the buy stops above here. We've cleared them and market has turned to the downside. So CHFJPY, as we have been talking about in the group, I'll be hunting for short trades. Already Friday's close offered great opportunity. You see, that was like 47 pips. So I'm anticipating for CHFJPY, when market opens, we should see a retest up here. Then we are taking it to the downside. Remember, dollar is going to be strong. If dollar is strong, you're looking at a weaker Swiss franc. That's where the shorting opportunities are coming from, guys. Then lastly, we've got GBP USD, where we're going also to be hunting for short trades on our bearish order block up here. This one you need to keep an eye on the fundamentals from Great Britain. So it's not as straightforward as the EURUSD and DXY. This one has got also some other fundamentals that affect it much worse. So yeah, I'll be anticipating for price to trade to an old bearish order block, which is up here, and trade to the downside. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. This week's focus is short and precise. We haven't got much else to talk about because most of the work is from last week's mentorship video. So that one there is a very good guideline. If you haven't watched that video, make sure you go and watch it so that you understand what we are talking about in this weekly outlook. So yeah, I don't know if there's anything that I've missed, but not to my knowledge at the moment. Oh yeah, we also have NZDJPY. NZDJPY, I'll be hunting for short trades. We've already cleared the buy stops, so I'm expecting price to trade to the downside. A stronger dollar, meaning we've got a weaker New Zealand dollar. You see how it becomes easy, guys. The moment you understand DXY, the rest starts to make proper sense. So yeah, we'll be hunting for shorts on NZDJPY. So if you haven't subscribed, guys, I urge you to subscribe to the channel so that whenever I upload a video, you get it instantly. But like I said when I began this weekly outlook, only the mentorship group is gonna get the the videos instantly, which I'm gonna upload like now. They'll get it in their inboxes, they'll get notifications, they'll get the link on the group. Subscribers, you only have access to the mentorship video Wednesday afternoon or somewhere abouts. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you can subscribe. If you want to join the mentorship, just send me an inbox, drop me an email, so that we add you to the group on how you can join our mentorship. So yeah, that's pretty much about it, guys, and I wish you guys good luck and happy trading. Thank you.